what's it called? This is smothered chicken. It's basically Hunters chicken with rice and soda chips, coleslaw and salad. And he's got a curry. Very boring. Chicken tikka masala. Look at this. Get out of the way. Not you and me. Didn't realise this room was a Premiere Plus. So, thought I'd quick room tour. Excuse the other up. I like the pink lighting, neon lights. Cute little side tables, and I like these. There's the neon light, pink. Don't know what this picture is. Abstract. There's a light. Nice bathroom. Hello, me. Yeah, toilet, being. Nice sink, lovely shower. Very impressed with this room. Lots of towels. Alarms everywhere. Just down on the floor.
In this multicultural society, people have different appearances, languages, religions and possessions. The remains of part of this thriving city were found right here, and by carefully piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age. We have arrived by the River Foss. Ahead lies the city, countless houses and workshops, many of them newly rebuilt. Some, like this damaged one, a victim of an untended heartland. As ships became more seaworthy, the Vikings created wider trading routes, sometimes using chains of middlemen to carry goods from one side of the Viking world to the other. Sills, the cowrie shell found here, suggest trade with Central Asia, the Eastern Mediterranean and the Red Sea. It's possible that trade by this route made their way to Europe to sell it. Slaves may have come to Europe from England elsewhere, bringing with them spoil of their raiders or clothes. Slaves were an important part of society in Northern and Western Europe at this time. It looks like this slave trader was trying to make his way to Colligan. But before we get there, let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working here in the city. Here's Sidney. He's using animal parts and amber and jewelry to make some everyday objects such as gold, comb cases, and scales, and bone pots. Making with comb and amber can be very time consuming. The ones found here were made from many pieces riveted together and decorated. We know that the Vikings like to keep themselves well groomed, as we found many parts in the excavations, as well as items such as tweezers and even ear scoops. We'll now head around towards the street of Gold and meet some more of the people working in Merton. Ahead, you can see a simple, single-story building. These older houses were built from posts and often have earth floors and thatched roofs. Most of these houses went out of use in the middle of the 10th century when they were replaced by no plank building until that later. These early houses were built end on to the streets and had long backyards with rubbish pits in them. It's not likely that they grew much food in the yards, but they probably kept animals in it, such as those pigs you can see in the pen by the fence. From the many pit bones we found here, we know that Viking pigs were quite short and had a long snout like a wild boar. Pigs will eat almost anything, so would have been a great way to turn household waste into meat. Here's the blacksmith's house. Look inside and you can see his wife by the fire. Grumman, the blacksmith, is teaching his son how to sharpen a knife he just made. Viking age smiths were masters of their craft, and here in Norway they made everything from needles to beautifully ornate panels. Now we go across to the next property and visit his neighbour, Hunny, a woodturner who lives in one of the new style wooden plank buildings. Hunny is making cups and bowls by turning the wood such as black and his cold paint.
Men som vill morgon kommer siga att bidra till nästa väg.
By the way, it's this trade that many think gave its name to Copenhagen, the street of the cup makers. Another building is being built behind Hunn's house. Here, the cellar is being dug out and lined with oak planks before the upper story is added. You can see a stack of turrets over there that are going to be used to roof this building. Looks like the builders are having a rest though. This family also collects trade. The children are being taught to play Nefertari by their grandfather. He found a wooden gaming board and lots of playing pieces made from bone, and iron, so it must have been a popular pastime. Let's go back towards the reef where big trading ships have been that have come up from the North Sea. Here, traders are unloading their goods alongside fishermen pulling their nets. Goods and raw materials from across Britain, as well as rare and valuable items from Finland, were brought into Norway here. Iron alloy bars from Britain alongside amber, sharpening stones and walrusite from Scandinavia, and big wine from the Rhineland. Norway was truly bustling, a vast international trading centre. Here's some fishermen cleaning their catch and mending their nets. Fish from the rivers and the sea were brought into Europe, and we found thousands of fish bones that tell us exactly what they are, which included lots of fish, eels, and even oysters. So these men were colorful and roaring trees. Have a look at the man's document. His face is reconstructed based on the skull that was found in the north. Later on in the visit, you'll see more real faces like this. This next block is a backyard where the people living here seem to have been dyeing their own clothes. The people of Norway spun fleece, then dyed and wove their own wool to make textiles from which they made their own clothes. Natural dye fibers such as madder, well, wool, and dyed green were all used to create shades of red, yellow, green, and blue. Vibrantly coloured clothes were certainly brightened up the streets of Norway. On this plot of land, there was a gully that contained dyed gold lace, suggesting that a dyed bath had been tricked into it. Limestone lined that bridge running up to this next building, giving a passageway to the back door. We are now entering one of the new style oak plant buildings. We're still discussing whether these buildings were 1 or 2 story, but they all have rooms or cellars below ground level. As we travel through this 2-roomed house, you can imagine that the floor at the back is being built, and you can see the cellar below where goods are stored. Above this sunken room, the window openings are only small, so as you can see, it would have been quite dark inside these houses. In addition to the hearth, small pottery lamps and wax candles were used to create light so that the people who lived here could carry out their everyday tasks. In this front room, you can see a woman working at the loom, which was used to weave woolen cloth for clothing and blankets. We are now moving into Coppergate itself, an important commercial street right in the heart of the city of Norwich. As you can see from these stalls, you can buy almost anything here. Coppergate is just one of the many streets in this city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of York are covered in filth and mud, rutted by cart wheels and potholes everywhere. This leather worker seems to be having a problem sewing his shoe pieces together, and looks like he has Viking's disease, or Dupuytren's contraction. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families, and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings, who spread it throughout Northern Europe and beyond as they travelled and intermarried. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing in Old Norse, but if you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh and Old Irish all being spoken in the street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman cabbage of some sort. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or anyone baby. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in the excavation. This one is based on one of them. You can see that she's walking with a crutch due to her hip problems and arthritis. You can find out more about her in the galleries to come. Here, we're in another of the new buildings. The first Vikings who came here were not Christians and worshipped their pagan Norse gods, but they seem to have adopted Christianity quite quickly. There is lots of evidence for there being a Viking-era church just behind Coppergate, and there were many other new churches built in Norwich at this time. Here's a priest administering last rites. He would always have worn a stole around his neck as seen here, as it marked his priestly status. We found a very small silk, pink-coloured reliquary pouch in one of the buildings. The embroidered cross on it suggests that it once held holy relics which have since disappeared and are now a mystery. Each property is separated from the next by woven wattled fences. We know from the 5 tons of animal bone found in the excavation that the people's diet was quite similar to ours, with lots of beef, pork and mutton, as well as poultry and fish. Supplying this food may have been one of the reasons for the major changes in the countryside we see around Norwich at this time. In this backyard, animals have been slaughtered to provide meat and other resources. Body parts of cattle must have been a fairly familiar sight and smell around Viking Age York. As well as supplying meat, cattle carcasses also provided horn and hay, both valuable resources for making everyday items. Stomach contents and cowdle were other byproducts of this slaughter. There must have been loads of flies breeding in rubbish pits and dumps across the city. The red cat, there on the fence, would have been a regular visitor, scavenging in the city, particularly in backyards like this. Toilets would also have been situated in the backyard. Pits in this unit were clearly used as latrines, as they were full of human waste, as well as moss, which was a type of Viking-age toilet paper. This man here doesn't look too happy to be disturbed, so perhaps we'd better move on. Here, we are in our final house. In the excavations at Copperhead, we found a few Viking-age musical instruments, including a set of bagpipes which can still be played. Music, saga-telling and poetry must have been important in the Viking world. Iceland and Scandinavia have cultures rich in storytelling, traditionally developed in Viking times. Norse mythology, which conjures up gods and monsters living in